Hey guys, my name is Funparo. So, before I start this video, I'd like to talk about how I got the idea for this video. This video idea actually came from one of you guys, the viewers. So, to begin the video, I'd like to begin with a shout out to Chrismon, who asked me, hey, can you make a video on the best ADC Mythic right now? And if you guys have any future video ideas, or if you want me to make a video on a certain topic that you want, comment down below what you'd like to see next. Let's get right into this. So if we think about ADC Mythics, we think of Immortal Shield Bow, Gale Force, and Kraken Slayer. Those are like the main ones that come to mind. And obviously there's some like Eclipse as well. So when we think about ADC Mythics, what champions come to mind? We think of Vayne, Aphelios, Ashe, Misfortune, Jhin, even Tryndamere, Senna. There's so many champions that can come to mind. And the three main ones we're going to look at will be Immortal Shield Bow, Gale Force, and Kraken Slayer. And then I'll go into Eclipse and some of the lethality mythics a little bit later. So let's start with Immortal Shield Bow. Immortal Shield Bow, in terms of stats, gives you 55 AD, 20% attack speed, 20% crit strike chance, and 10% lifesteal. And its passive Lifeline is where if you would take damage that would reduce you to below about 30% of your max health, you'll first gain a shield, which varies in strength, for 3 seconds, and you also get 15 to 35 bonus attack damage for 8 seconds. And then the mythic passive on this item empowers every legendary item that you purchase with 5 bonus attack damage and 50 bonus health. So now looking at Gale Force, it gives you 60 AD, 20% attack speed, and 20% crit strike chance. And its active Cloud Burst allows you to dash to a target, but you can't dash through terrain. And then it will fire some projectiles at the most wounded enemy within a 750 radius. And it's going to prioritize champions. So the mythic passive on this item allows you to, for every legendary item that you purchase, you'll get 2% bonus movement speed. So now looking at the last crit mythic we have on the list, we have Kraken Slayer. So Kraken Slayer gives you 65 AD, 25% attack speed, 20% crit strike chance, and its passive, Bring It Down, allows your basic attacks to grant a stack for 3 seconds, and after 2 stacks, your next basic attack will do bonus true damage. And the mythic passive on this item allows that every other legendary that you purchase will grant you 10% bonus attack speed. So let's look at the items and sort of give them tiers or categories. So if you think of Immortal Shield Bow, it gives you health, it gives you the shield, it gives you lifesteal, it gives you more of tankier stats, it gives you a chance to live longer. Gale Force gives you mobility and a little bit more damage. And then a Kraken Slayer gives you true damage, really good against melting tanks, and attack speed, which can synergize well with the passive. So, if you think of Immortal Shield Bow, I know there were some comments about how, like, usually Immortal Shield was a really broken item and that you can pretty much build it on any situation, but you obviously want to min-max the damage you have. So, Immortal Shield Bow is great, like, on things like Aphelios, right? You usually draft Aphelios when there's a lot of champions that want to come into things that will dash into, maybe assassins, right? That shield is really good in assassins, and the HP that you get, as well as the lifesteal, that'll help you kind of reduce the burst that you get dealt to. And Immortal Shield is so valuable because of this fact. So Immortal Shield is really good against a lot of champions that could burst you, like assassins, or a lot of targets that are trying to come onto you. And we're going to compare this to, let's say, Gale Force, right? Where it gives you mobility, and it does slightly more damage, but the mobility allows you to maneuver around fights. If you need to get closer to an enemy, Gale Force can provide the dash and damage at the same time, as well as the movement speed on the mythic passive to get you closer to your target. So you usually like to build Gale Force in situations where the enemy is pretty ranged and you have trouble accessing them. And then Kraken Slayer is really good against tanks because of the true damage, but also because of the attack speed, because the more attack speed you have, your attacks will be happening faster, allowing you to stack your passive faster, allowing you to do more true damage, and just overall doing more damage to tanks so you can shred them more. Yeah, so to summarize this, it's Immortal Shield Bow against assassins, things that come into you where you would like to have a tankier stats and survivability. Gale Force if the enemy is pretty far range and you need to have the gap closer to get closer to them to do damage. And then Kraken Slayer is a lot of tanks on the enemy team, and you would like the shredding that it can allow you to get with the attack speed and the true damage. So now let's talk about lethality mythics, because there are some champions, ADC champions, that do build lethality mythics, such as Jhin, who has been seen to be building Eclipse. So if we think of lethality, right, you usually get a lot of value of lethality from low armor targets, and obviously as armor increases, lethality will get less value. So if there's an enemy comp with 5 squishies, usually Eclipse would be a good item because of the lethality, allowing you to do more damage. And there's also the armor pen on the Mythic passive, which will allow you to do more damage as well. So Eclipse is really good against squishier targets because of the lethality. I would also like to add that when you're itemizing crate on ADCs, like all these items give stats like tankiness, mobility, and tank shredding, but then you also have to think about the champion that you're purchasing the item on, right? If you think of Ashe, for example, she has slows built into her kit with her W and her Q auto attacks. So if you go Gale Force on her, is the extra mobility or dash on Gale Force necessary, or would itemizing Kraken Slayer or Gale Force be more valuable? So just think about the champions that you're itemizing on, right? Like, you wouldn't usually itemize Kraken Slayer on Jhin, right? The attack speed would pretty much be unutilized, and that would like make the item worse. There are better purchases such as Gale Force and potentially even Moral Shield or an Eclipse. So think about the champion that you're purchasing these items on to guide when to build these items. So if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, comment down below what to see next. So thank you guys for watching and have a great day.